if it's not your first time here. Thanks so much for clicking on this video today. I'm so sorry, I feel like there's been a huge delay with me uploading my next video from my last one. So we were actually away on our honeymoon there a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, life was just really hectic and busy as usual before we went away. Just trying to get everything sorted, trying to get the kids looked after before we went away, and then I've just been really busy with my job as well. So yeah, I am just a bit behind on my schedule at the moment, so really sorry about that. I'm hoping to get back into the swing of it soon. But anyway, let's get back to the purpose of the video. So obviously, as you would have seen from the title, I do have the new Nomad Cosmetics Greek Odyssey collection to go over today. So really happy to see that we have multiple products in this collection now. Again, as Nomad said, I think during the year this year they plan to have different products released with each collection that they bring out as well. So not only do we have the 18 colour palette, we also have colour adapting blush balm and then an illuminating highlighter balm as well. So just reading the description of the palette, it says set sail on a colour drenched Odyssey, a collection of 18 Hellenic hues inspired by a voyage through stunning Greek isles, featuring 3 mesmerising multichromes, 6 enchanting shimmers and 9 goddess worthy mattes. Each colour is crafted with extra fine pigments and pearls for rich colour and jewel-like shimmer. Infused with olive fruit oil, the formula keeps skin soft and colours vivid no matter where your Odyssey takes you. So my swatches are not the best at all. I did try swatching a few different ways. I kind of ran out of room when I was swatching the whole palette, so then I decided to swatch the shimmers separately as well. But they definitely are more of a topper-like consistency, so I don't feel like the camera in the swatches was picking up just how nice and beautiful they are. There's really kind of a lot of different multicoloured shimmers in them as well. So hopefully, anyway, you will see that throughout the looks. Then we do have the colour adapting blush balm. So it says embark on a radiant journey with this colour adapting blush balm, effortlessly melting into the skin. It reacts to your natural warmth or pH for a personalised bloom of colour. Designed for all skin tones, it reveals a natural soft pink tint and silky finish. So with a dreamy trio of Mediterranean tones, it's a blushing essential for every Odyssey. So I feel like I didn't really do the swatches for the blush balm justice either, because the colour didn't really show up very well on my hand or on my arm. So yeah, you'll see anyway as we go through the demo for the products, it does definitely shows up better. Obviously reacting with the warmth on your face, it shows up much faster on your cheeks, but it did leave a bit of a tint on my wrist as well, so it does definitely show up much faster on the cheeks. Then we have the illuminating highlighter balm. So it says sparkle like sunlight on the sea with this illuminating highlighter balm. Our lightweight formula blends light reflecting pink pearls into a smooth gel base that melts effortlessly into skin for a lasting ethereal glow. Add dimension and depth on the face or body for radiance worth of a Greek goddess. So again, I feel like my swatches, it was kind of quite difficult to capture the shifts on this blush when I was doing the swatches, but hopefully you will see kind of better when I do the demo as well and I do actually swatch it on my hand. I'm not sure what was going on with the lighting when I was doing these swatches, but they don't really kind of accurately show. So yeah, apologies for that, but hopefully you can see better when I do the demo. So as I'm filming this, I don't currently have the prices of the pieces in this collection, so I will go in afterwards and add it into the description box. The prices should be announced anyway before I upload the video. And then this collection is launching now in a couple of days on Monday, April 27th. So at 5 PM EST or 11 PM Central European time, which is 10 PM. I think it's an hour earlier for me here in Ireland. So sorry, I had to take a quick break there if you're wondering why my setup looks a bit different or why I'm suddenly wearing a jumper now. My camera ran out of space, so I just decided to take a quick break and make a coffee and get some food and everything. But moving on anyway, back to the video. So just to disclose as well that this collection was very kindly gifted to me by Nomad in PR, which I'm so grateful for. So thank you so much again to the Nomad team for sending this collection my way, and a huge thank you to you all as well for anyone that supported me and my content, whether it's over here or Instagram as well. Without that support, I wouldn't be in this position now and wouldn't be getting this makeup to review in PR, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So just to say, I also do have a non-affiliate discount code to use with Nomad if you are ever shopping anything on their website or if you're planning on picking up any of the pieces from this collection. So the code is STINA10, so I'll just leave it on screen and in the description box down below. I don't actually earn anything from this discount code, but if you ever use any of my discount codes, thank you so much. It does still support me and my channel and my content in a huge way. It just lets the brand know, I suppose, that you watched this video or that you found it useful or you found any of my content useful. So thank you so much if you ever do use any of my discount codes. And I just want to add as well, there's absolutely no pressure that comes along with that. I don't want it to ever come across in that way at all. It's only if you're planning on picking up any pieces from this collection already. But if you do end up using my code, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. So yeah, really happy that Nomad finally did a Greece or a Greek Odyssey inspired collection. I think it's really fitting as well coming into, well, we already are in spring, but coming into the summer season, so spring, summer. I think it's a really nice colour story, and obviously the blues and the whites and everything just really represents the Greek theme overall as well. So yeah, really happy that we got that as a destination this year as well. So yeah, it's definitely on the bucket list. I don't know whether we'll get to go there this year or in the next couple of years, we'll see, but yeah, definitely on the bucket list. So I have created 2 different looks using this collection. One of the looks that I'm wearing here now, this was actually the second look that I created, so you're probably going to see this in reverse order. But yeah, if you want to see how I get on using the products from the Greek Odyssey collection from Nomad and what I think, just keep watching. Hello. Okay, so we will get into this look, and apologies, I feel like I'm really rusty and I'm going to be stuttering over my words because I haven't filmed for so long, but I'm going to start with this really deep purple shade down here called Hades, and I'm just going to start packing that all over the lid. So I'm just going to start stamping the shade all over the lid. I'm going to try and not get too much fallout. So I have that shade stamped on now, and it's weird, it's actually coming up more blue to me as I'm looking at it here on camera, but yesterday it was like a really deep purple when I used it. So I'm not sure how this is going to appear when the look is complete, but yeah, it's definitely pulling more blue today for some reason. But anyway, I'm just going to go in now with this kind of mid-tone grey shade called Nastos. So I'm just going to start kind of packing this on the edges of the purple. I'm not actually blending anything yet, just kind of stamping it on there first of all. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a really tiny bit of this white shade called Pegasus, and I'm just going to kind of put a tiny bit of that on the outskirts of that grey, just to really kind of lighten up these edges. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this mint shade now for the inner corner. I think it's called Ipaka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly at all, but I'm just going to start stamping this onto the inner corner, and if I need to I can kind of really brighten it up with the white shade as well. So really happy that we have a white in this palette, but yeah, I really love how that mint and purple shade look against each other. Okay, so just to really brighten up that mint now, I'm just going to go in using the same brush that I used with the white, and I'm just going to kind of tap it on top here just to really brighten up the mint. Okay, so I just went ahead and did some eyeliner off camera. So I used this purple liner from Lethal Cosmetics. It's from the Conjuring collection. So it's in the shade Demon's Mark. So once the liner was on, then I just went over it with that purple shade again called Hades, just to kind of really smoke it out and intensify it. So now I'm just going to go in with one of the shimmers on the lid. I feel like you could definitely leave this look all matte as well. The mattes in here, as with all Nomad palettes, I know I'm always saying it, they blend really well together, and it would look really nice as just like a standalone matte look as well. But me being me, I want to add some shimmers. Okay, so I'm just going to start laying this shade seriously down on my lid. I haven't wet my brush or put down a glitter primer or anything. I just kind of want to see how it taps on top of this matte shade here. So I'm just going to first kind of tap it on, and then if we need to kind of intensify it or stop it from falling, then I can wet my brush. Okay, so I ended up just dabbing a bit of it on my finger and just patting it over, and I'll kind of go back in with a brush to kind of perfect it afterwards. It's just to kind of get the most impact from the shimmer. And you can definitely see it's a lot more impactful now that I put it down with my finger. It's really nice. I'm not actually sure whether there is purple flecks in this shade or if it's just bringing out the purple shade that I put underneath. Oh yeah, no, I can just see here now. It's really difficult for me to see with the ring light that I have on, but I can see a flip here now when I swatch the shade on its own. It does seem to have a bit of a kind of grey or purple flip to it, so that purple matte shade that I put underneath is really going to bring that out. Okay, so I'm going to go in and do the bottom of the eyelid now. So I'm just going to go in and line my waterline with this Colourpop gel liner. I mentioned it a few times on my channel. The name is actually worn off, but I'm pretty sure it's called Woodsy. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that really nice teal shade here called Peloponnese. I don't know if I'm saying that properly at all. It's actually laughable at this point, but yeah, I'm just going to start stamping that on the lower lash line just before that green eyeliner kind of really dries and sets down. And that is a really gorgeous teal shade. I love how that looks. Okay, and just to kind of blend the purple with the teal, I'm just going to go in with this deep grey shade called Olympus, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of that on the outer portion of the eyelid here, just to kind of blend those two shades together. So I really love how that's looking so far. I really love all the matte shades on the lower waterline, but just to kind of test one more shimmer, just to try and get through a bit more shades, I'm going to go in with this green kind of, it's like a really kind of greeny gold shimmer called Eleon or Eleon. I'm going to start pressing a bit of this on the lower lash line. Okay, so for one last shimmer shade, I'm just going to go in with this shimmer up here called Calypso. So it's like a sort of white base, and then it has like a lilac or a purple flip to it. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of this right in the inner portion here. Okay, so my face is more or less finished now, so we'll go into the two cheek products that come with this collection. So we'll just start with the blush. So I definitely do feel like there is a tint with this blush because it did actually stain my hands yesterday when I did the swatches. It took a while to show up. I don't know if that's obviously because my hands are actually really cold. I constantly have cold hands and feet, so it probably just took a while to show up on my hands. So swatching it on my hands probably wasn't the best idea. It did actually show up pretty much straight away when I put it on my face yesterday, even though I had like kind of thicker foundation on like I do now as well, pretty full coverage foundation. So it should come up pretty well again, I'm hoping. I did actually forget to film myself putting on the blush yesterday, so we'll just do it for this one look now today. So I'm just going to use the same brush that I used yesterday and just kind of swirl it around here and start dabbing it onto the cheeks. I have already got foundation on, like I mentioned at the start as well. I do have a bit of cream bronzer on as well. So I'm just going to kind of stipple this around the cheeks, and you can, yeah, hopefully see that straight away that the colour has come up pink pretty much straight away. I was struggling to see it yesterday on the swatches when I tried kind of different lighting and everything, and I thought probably was my lights that were affecting it a bit as well. And yeah, it just kind of makes your skin looks really kind of dewy and fresh and everything. And the texture as well, it's not overly sticky or overly dewy as well. I will definitely today, because I'm kind of wearing like a full coverage makeup look, I will definitely go back in and kind of set this down with a powder blush on top. But you could definitely wear it on its own as well. Like it says it does have a tint in it, so it's supposed to kind of give you like a lasting colour effect or lasting blush effect on the cheeks, I suppose. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the highlighter balm. So again, you would have seen from the swatches, this kind of does have a bit of a duochrome sheen to it. It kind of has more of a transparent base, and then I would say kind of peach and pink reflex or sparkles in it as well. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to apply this yesterday, the look that I didn't film myself applying the cheek products, and I'm just going to kind of dab that in, and again, like I did with the blush, just gonna start kind of stippling this onto the cheek. So I might be using the wrong brush for this because I did actually end up going in with my finger yesterday, so I'm actually going to use the same brush that I used for my blush, which is more of a kind of flat top brush, so it'll pick up the product much easier. So I'm just gonna use this to kind of stipple it on and see if that's kind of making any difference. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that worked the best with the brush. It is kind of a stiffer formula. It's not as kind of balm-like or creamy as the blush, I would say. So I'm actually just going to go in with a bit on my finger. I think this kind of just worked the best for me yesterday. Yeah, hopefully you can see that there. It's going applying on much better with the finger. You can actually see the kind of glitter reflex coming through. Okay, so here is what the two cheek products are looking like now, just before I set my face and everything. So I'll go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then come back to show you. Okay, so here is the final look. My face is finished and set down and everything, and yeah, I'm absolutely loving this look. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I'm really happy that I went in with that really light kind of gold lemony shade called Circe and used it again over the purple because it really just brings it to life. It has like kind of lilac or purple specks in it, so yeah, you can really kind of tell once you have it laid over the purple. So yeah, absolutely love how this look turned out so far. So before I forget, I'll insert the clip of me applying the first look that I did. So it's going to be the second look that you're seeing, so in reverse order, but yeah, this is the first look that I created, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to do the talk over or just speed it up with some music over it, but I'll be back anyway to give you my final thoughts at the end. yeah, just to give you my opinion about using the product so far is that, as per usual, I'm really enjoying this collection. Definitely I think the palette is my favourite product from the collection, like it usually is, but yeah, I'm just really loving this colour story. I love the fact that we have the split palette as well, so the mattes on one side, the shimmers on the other side. I don't think Nomad has ever actually done that layout before. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but not from my memory. I can't remember another palette off the top of my head where they have this same layout. But yeah, as usual, the mattes are really intense, really highly pigmented, but they blend together so well, effortlessly. The shimmers are a slightly different formula in this palette, I think. The majority of them are quite a thin texture or thin consistency, so I do feel like they are more of a topper type shimmer, but once you actually lay them down, and especially if you lay them down over one of these mattes, they can actually get really intense and sparkly. I don't know how well the camera is going to be picking up this look that I'm wearing here today, but I just went into natural light just to see what it looks like, and that lemon shimmer that I laid over the purple is really intense and sparkly, and you can really see the different kind of reflexive colours in it as well. So I really hope the camera is going to be picking up just how nice it is, but definitely I'd say that these shimmers are more of a kind of thinner topper like consistency. They don't have too much of a base tone to them, but yeah, I do think they would also make really good kind of one and done eyeshadows as well, especially if you just want to do something kind of really simple on the lid, like maybe just one matte, or even like taking your bronzer or something like that and just kind of washing it over the crease and then adding in one of these shimmers on top, just as kind of like a sheer wash of sparkle or a sheer wash of a shimmer as well. So yeah, really nice that you can use those shimmers in different ways, I think, as well, if you want a kind of more subdued look for every day, or even I think it would be nice for summer time as well, just to kind of do like a sheer wash of shimmer. So I definitely want to try and do more kind of quick and easy looks using that. So moving on to the blush and the highlight as well. So I'm actually really pleasantly surprised, especially by the blush. I was a bit freaked out at first when I saw that it was like a balm consistency and that it was supposed to be colour adapting, because when I applied it to my hand and my wrist, initially did take quite a while for the colour to show up, but like I mentioned during the video, I think that's just because it's a different temperature. So your hands and your wrists, well at least mine are anyway, are generally kind of a lot cooler than your face would be. So it did actually, the colour did show up straight away when I applied it to my face, even when I layered it over like a full coverage foundation like I'm wearing today. But yeah, I think this would also be really nice if you just wanted to do like a quick and easy look, if you're not wearing a full coverage foundation, or even if you're just using a skin tint or something, or even no foundation, to be honest, on days where say you just want like a really kind of quick wash of colour, if you're just flying out the door and you have no foundation on, or a beach day or something like that. I think this would be really nice because the colour does actually leave a bit of a tint or a bit of a stain, like it says there is a slight tint to it, so I think that these would actually be really long lasting as well. And I did actually top it up with a bit of powder blush today, just to kind of really set it down, but you could actually just set it down. If you didn't want to apply more blush on top of it, you could just put a bit of powder or something, just a bit of your face powder, just to kind of really set it down onto your face if you don't like the kind of texture of balms or stickiness on your cheeks. Like, even in saying that, it wasn't really overly sticky or overly glossy when I applied it anyway. I think these would kind of actually do a pretty good job of setting down on their own, but just because I kind of do naturally have kind of oily skin, my oils come through throughout the day and everything, I did just set it down anyway. So the highlighter, I'm just going to swatch it here again just so you can see, because I think the camera is kind of picking up the spot. Yeah, I think you can really kind of see the reflex of it there. I'm not sure how well I captured that in the swatches that I did initially, but this actually pleasantly surprised me as well. Definitely not as balm like as the blush is. There is kind of a bit more of a grip to it, or a bit more of a stick to it, so I do think that this would actually be quite long lasting as well. I haven't actually topped up the highlighter with powder highlighter or anything. Hopefully you can still see it on my cheeks. I can still see it here myself when I'm looking in my mirror, but I'm not sure how well the camera is going to be picking it up today. Because it does have a sheer base as well, it's not going to leave a cast. It should work on a variety of skin tones as well, and then it does have the really nice kind of peachy pink reflex or glitters to it. So yeah, really happy to have this now, because I don't really have any highlighter balms or anything that's a similar texture to this in my collection for a highlighter, so really happy to add this. And I think you can use it in a variety of ways as well. You can use it in a more kind of intense full coverage look like I have it on now, or again you could just use it if you were doing a really kind of quick and easy out the door look, or even if you were going to the beach beach or something and you wanted a bit of a glow, you could just kind of use your fingers and tap it on as well. So yeah, really actually enjoying both of these, and I'm kind of shocked because I was a bit unsure when I saw both of these products come through, but I'm actually really pleasantly surprised and really enjoying them so far as well. Okay, so I think that was everything to do with this collection. I'm going to try and wrap it up now, so hopefully this video won't be too long. But yeah, definitely let me know which of these looks was your favourite. So let me know your thoughts about this collection anyway. I hope you found this video useful and informative in some way, whether you're planning on picking up anything from this collection or even if you're just planning on shopping your own stash and using what you already have. Either way, I hope you found it useful. So again, thank you so much to the Nomad team for sending this collection my way. I really appreciate it. And again, I do have that non-affiliate discount code Christina10, which saves you 10% off your order as well if you are interested in that. And again, no pressure that comes with that, it's just letting you know that it's there. But thank you so much if you ever do use any of my discount codes. If you have any other queries or anything like that, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I will try to include all the other makeup that I'm wearing as well on my face in the 2 looks down in the description box as usual. So as always, I will be using this collection to create more looks over on Instagram as well. I am just generally a lot more active over there, so if you are interested in seeing more looks using this collection, I'll leave my handle down below. I'd love to have a chat with you over there as well. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel as well, I'd love if you would consider subscribing for more content like this if you did find this video interesting, or if you're just interested in this sort of content in general. I am going to try and get back into my schedule and upload more frequently now that I'm back from honeymoon and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for your time again for watching this video today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!